Hi, welcome to another session with AI Agents LLC. Again, my name is Nicko, CEO and founder. And we've had a pretty interesting journey last 2 months, I'd say. Obviously, when OpenClaw was first released, there was some kind of weird noise about it being a scam. But I thought to myself, you know what? I have to try it. And being in IT or technology since the early 80s, in 84, I've seen everything come and go. I've seen, PCs, personal computers. Steve Jobs was interviewed and he says that every home will have a personal computer. And people looked at him and said, what? There's no way. And I had the pleasure of working with Steve. I had an Apple store in the late 80s in Los Angeles. I became a certified technician for Apple and then a reseller. So back then we used to meet every 6 months in Cupertino. And the first thing he'd say is try and persuade one person at a time to buy a Macintosh. Because, back then the Macintosh was considered a toy. Like, what's a mouse? What is a trash can on the screen? It's like when it's so common today. And a lot of business owners would say, I've invested so much money in this DOS systems and I don't want to buy new hardware and new software. And what happened? Microsoft released Windows, and guess what everybody did? They got the first versions, it ran, and then they figured out, I need to get more RAM, need better hardware. Oh, I need new software too now. Oh, did I have to go and spend all new money on all the software and hardware? I thought I said I didn't want to do that. So the reason I'm going back in history, like prior to the internet, it's like, what's the internet? I think OpenClaw, which is a platform for agentic agents. I think it was 3.5 or 4 years ago, I applied for the trademark for AI agents before people were actually using that term, because I thought it would be common practice. And everybody's so excited about language models. Did you see the new version of ChatGPT? Did you see the new version of Anthropic's software that's doing amazing things? I think language models are commodities, and the true functionality is platforms like OpenClaw that let you manage agents. And in my case, I have a primary agent, it's called a main agent. And as you can see, her name is Sara Claw. And then she has sub-agents. And she has the authority of spawning sub-agents. And I'll give you a funny story. I started piling a lot of work onto her, and she was meant to give me a daily report of what her and the other agents are doing. And I said, how come you stuck at the same spot as you were yesterday? And she says, Nicko, you just given me too many things to do. And I thought that was funny. It's a very human-like response. And I said, that's a lame excuse. You can spawn as many sub-agents as you want to give it subtasks, so delegate. And she says, okay, sorry. And from then on, she just started making new agents. So, and the concept of agents is kind of, it's a new paradigm, I think, because what you have is there's certain files. There's obviously the memory files, but there's certain files that are called, for example, soul or user. So here's a soul MD. And then you've got a heartbeat. And heartbeat is basically how often you want the agent to wake up and look to see if she's got any tasks or he has any tasks. So it's kind of like human traits, and the soul is basically how she's meant to act. She's actually promoted to the CEO of our company, and I've actually given her autonomy in the Mac Mini where she resides. And these major updates that are occurring every, I don't know, 2 to 4 days, and they're not just little upgrades. And what happened is, from the first versions we were using back 2-3 months ago, the problems that were being addressed is security and tightening things up. So every time I installed an update, it would break everything. So I had to rebuild everything from scratch about 3-4 times, but it wasn't from scratch because luckily I backed up some folders and documents. So I'd tell Sara, hey, go and scrounge around and see what you can find, and rebuild some of these things. So I use Telegram to communicate with Sara is the only one I communicate. She communicates with the other sub-agents. So we've been working on this marketing document, and it's a markdown.
Done. I created .OpenClaw Agent SLLC Master Market. MD with the target market copy. Would you like this added to the website copy? Home.
So what we're trying to do is create a document, a master document to market, and then she'd ask questions like, we missed our intro booked appointment, and
Understood. I'll hold off for now. Inserted and saved to .OpenClaw Agent LLC Master Market. And anything else to add or edit? You're right. I didn't post at 18 now. Here's the 14-day status summary now. Text only. Date 2026-04-16, 1928. PDT wins. What?
so basically she added to Heartbeat that she should report every day at 6 p.m. and just give me a printout or a message on Telegram of what happened that day. She also updates some CSV files. So it's been like an interesting journey where it is me communicating with an agentic system, which is the main agent, who then manages my whole business. And the idea is to create an army of employees. And here we updated the operating system. We also have an internal Llama language model that we're developing. And we have here a new website. So this is our main website, but the new website is OpenClaw Services, and then our YouTube channel, which we just started, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. There's videos we're doing here, and we're going to have a beginner tutorial series, the journey of the CEO. And one of the things that we, I think, need to address is the fact when you watch a lot of YouTube videos, all the influencers kind of let on that, oh yeah, and your grandmother can install this. It's so easy. Trust me, it's not easy. Okay, I've been basically we're software developers, we're AI developers, and we're OpenClaw developers, and there's a lot of things to learn, a lot of changes that happen constantly. And so if you need help setting up your OpenClaw, you need any help developing specific agents or tasks, we can help. And so one of the new routes we're taking is a CRM, but it's based on OpenClaw. So when I ask people what's the biggest problem with the CRM, and normally they don't come to it immediately, but the key is making the CRM keep updating. And I'll give you an example. Salesforce, the largest, I think, company that offers a CRM, last October, was it? They had 9,000 customer support employees, humans. They got rid of 4,000 of them because they found out, and I'm not sure the exact numbers, but I think 1 million to 2 million of leads that were never followed up on. So what happens when you've got a CRM, you have to keep it updated. So if somebody sent you an email, a text message, or somehow you found out something about them, you have to go and update it. So we're setting up a system that will receive all the incoming emails and text messages and go and scrape from the websites like on LinkedIn and update the CRM. The second part of the CRM we're doing is it's not going to be the typical one where you search. You have to go here, click, search, do this. It's all verbal. From now on, all the things I do are verbal, and actually our slogan of our original AI agents, we started this company 4 years ago. It's talk, don't type. Let me take you to our assistants, which are basically the second leg of what we're doing. And this has been around since I started this at least 4 years ago. And it's basically having employees, but ones that do specific tasks like human resources that are repetitive, but it's got information about your company. So at the top you see it, our slogan has always been talk, don't type. And here's a variety of the different agents or assistants, as I call them, that were built over time for different purposes and uses, and they're very specific in the sense that they're designed to do only one thing. So anyway, this is a new, exciting, well, it's not new, but it's an exciting journey. And we also do traditional IT, software development, any kind of database development, custom accounting solutions, you name it. And like I said to my employees, we're not programmers anymore. I don't consider myself a programmer. I am an architect, because now 80 to 90% of our program is done by our AI agents. I just program in the simple language of English. It creates software and websites. Like, for example, this website is 100% designed by our agents at OpenClaw. And the funny thing is, I told it to evaluate our main website and tell me what they thought was wrong. And she said, well, honestly, you've got too many products and services. It's not clear. And I'll create a new website to focus on, focus on a co-pilot for an owner. So an owner could be a single person, because in my opinion, the reason I'm doing this whole project with Sara is to prove that in the present and the past, we can create companies that are a company of one. And 10 years ago, to build, I think, a $100 million company, you needed 10,000 employees. I don't know the exact number, but that's going to change, where one person, one entrepreneur is able to have an army of employees. And so that's our goal, and we're going to be proving it. So go to our YouTube channel, and it's at AI Agents OpenClaw, and follow us, like us, and join us on this journey, because I really believe this new technology is the future, and Anthropic is kind of mimicking the same things by allowing you to talk to their agents with Telegram. They're following the same concepts. In my opinion, all all the major companies are going to go down the same path. And that is my opinion and my experience of 40 years of technology. Thank you, and hope to see you in the future. Good night.